Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jake here from the NRUK Racing League, and welcome back to the NRUK Cup Series for round number 7 out of 24 in the season. It's the KwikFit 400 today at Rockingham here in North Carolina. Once again, I'm delighted to be back with another race today, and yeah, we can't wait to see who comes out on top in this one. Joe Rutkowski, once again, will grab another pole for Chip Ganassi Racing. He's had a great year and a solid year so far. Can he maybe book home another win to his outside, Nongan Scott, who's in great form at the moment for Team Penske? See up here towards the front, 3 Stuart Haas Racing cars, Tim Gary, Max Rossi, Colton Yeo. They've been the best team this entire season. They've been the guys to beat, and once again, they're going to look to be and prove to be strong competition for the win today. 41 drivers around this very, very cool racetrack. 59 laps to decide our winner. Only guy that failed inspection was Jeremy Baylor. It didn't affect him that much because he wasn't really starting towards the front anyway in the first place. Just a few ride height issues on the 15 car, and he'll be towards the back for today's race. Let's see what we can do, though, if he can make his way up through the back. Some poor qualifying efforts here from the likes of Alex Fletcher. Both JTG Dougherty Racing cars not really fired in, and neither was the 22 of Jake Richardson. Meanwhile, talking about guys who had a great qualifying run, 96 of Felix Janssen up here as well. And how about the 54 for Rick Ware Racing? That's Carter Friesen, putting a fantastic qualifying lap time. Let's see if he can transfer that pace over to the race as the cars get rolling off the grid here. Be a short run down to turns 3 and 4, and then to the green flag. Can we see our first, I believe, 2-time winner this season? I believe we're still waiting for one of them. Can it happen today? Are we going to see another shuffle up in the points? Currently, oh no, an issue already. 95, that's Jensen Edwards, has some smoke pouring out of his car. He's managed to get down low. Hopefully he can get out of the way so the other drivers can form up here properly. But Edwards now down on the apron and he's smoking. So the 95 for Levine Family Racing is smoking. He has to pull off. He will not start this race. The other 40 drivers will, though. And here they come down to the start-finish line. Green flag in the air. We're racing at Rockingham. That's such a horrible start for the 95 of Jensen Edwards. Couldn't even make it to the green. Heartbreak for him. As he'll have to put down pit road and retire early. Side by side then for the lead on lap number 1. It's Keith Stevens in the 2 car. Your season 1 champion comes across the line to lead lap number 1. Rutkowski followed in second as some of the guys there, and we're under caution already. The 66 of Samet Ozkan's gone around. And once again, Felix Janssen. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see this early on. They're wrecking already. Come on, boys. It's lap number 1. Janssen's poor luck continues. Same with JJ Reed. Ozkan's got the worst of it. Roddy Snare and Brandon Grenier as well. So I believe the back markers here are the ones who have got caught up in this altercation. Nothing really to do with it at the front. We saw a couple of drivers robbing the wall there off the first turn. Including Eli Brighton, the 88 was one of the more notable ones that you saw. But Stevens made it back to the flag, but they're wrecking on lap number 1, and it's not what we want to see. Cars getting torn up this early. Didn't take out any potential race winners, though, and let's go see how the first crash of the day has happened. Running through the race turn then here in turns 3 and 4, and well, 4 wide rarely works anywhere, does it? See them coming through the turn there. It's Kyle Hunter that puts the 96 of Felix Janssen 4 wide there with Samet Ozkan and Luke Rainey in the 8. And they all kind of just, get stuck together there, really. They hit down into each other, get into the 66. That sends him up the racetrack, and around he goes for a spin. And the 96 gets into the wall. That's where Alex Fletcher and William Duncan get a bit of contact. So Duncan with some big damage. You can see the 21 on the 52 Robin there on the bottom of the racetrack. Back up into the 96 of Felix Janssen. And that takes out a second batch of cars there. See JJ Reed hits his teammate there at the end. So Rick Roy Racing having some more torn up cars. And Alex Fletcher as well. That's a disappointment for him, for sure. And it's a shame to see him because he had such a good start to this season. And, you know, recently it's just not been working out for him. Let's see what happened to Samit Ozcan, as he's probably got the worst damage from this wreck and will join Jensen Edwards in the garage as a retiree. See there, nothing he could really do, just gets hooked by the 96, around he goes, and a hit there from Riley Snare. So Snare again gets damage and the back markers providing some early crashes here. They've really not had great starts this season, some of these guys. You know, a lot of them just want to bring the race car home in one piece, and a few of them will not be doing that today. William Duncan had big damage as well as Alex Fletcher, so a few of the midfield boys did get caught up in it, but luckily the front runners remain. After lap number 3, I believe we're on, it's Keith Stevens who will lead, and will join you back for the restart shortly. Coming back to restart then here on lap number 7. Jensen Edwards is out of the race. We're still not sure what for on the 95, so we'll try and get down to our pit reporters and see what the issue we believe it is on that Toyota Camry. Riley Snare is claimed victim from that wreck. Samit Ozcan, we saw big damage. Felix Janssen can't catch a break, and a tough run for him. And the Gaunt brothers at the moment, he's also out for the race. Look at cars like JJ Reed. He could have damage. Brandon Grenier, Fletcher, Duncan. So lap cars early on surely cannot spell good things. Top 5 then. Stevens, Yo, Rutkowski, Charbois, and Seaman. It's Keith Stevens, who's led every lap of the way so far, but most of them have been under caution. Let's try and get a good green flag run in, or will they be wrecking again? We're about to find out. And up through the gears they go. We're going to be back restarting here at Rockingham. Not the best start there from Keith Stevens. Colton Yo and Joe Rutkowski got a much better getaway. Off the line there, and Yo jumps low. Down the backstretch they run then on this restart. And Yo looking to dip inside, trying to get the inside lane to work here. Can Keith Stevens find a run off the high side? He will. They're going to be side by side, crossing the stripe this time. Stevens just again gets a lap led as we see the Stuart Haas Ford Mustangs once again up at the front. Look at that inside lane. Yo, Seaman and Gary, they're all teammates and are all up here towards the front. Look further back as well, see Max Rossi. He's also inside the top 10. So Stuart Haas proving once again to be the real force in this season 4 of the NRUK Cup Series. And it's their Daytona 500 champion, Colton Yo, who leads right now. Can he go and grab a second win of the season? It'll be a good win for that team. But he's now under threat and under challenge from teammate Tim Gary in the 4 car. Tim drops low. Will he be able to clear the 14 off of turn number 4? Yes, he will. Tim Gary is going to be new leader here at Rockingham. But they continue to kind of shuffle about a bit. The top 5 here kind of have a clear breakaway. It's Gary, Rutkowski, Stevens, Yo, and Seaman. Almost 3 wide off the turn there for Keith Stevens. Who almost put the 1 on the 14 3 wide there. I'm not sure what they would have thought of that. They sorted it out, and they keep it clean for now as Tim looks to hold on to this lead. Inside line definitely seems to be the preferred way around this racetrack. 59 laps is a long, long way for these guys to complete. So, you know, the early stages might not mean as much. You know, just got to time it right, be there in the right position at the right time, and not let that 4 car get out too much of a lead because he could prove uncatchable. Meanwhile, the good battle for second continues between the 14 and the 1 car. Look at Anthony Charbois. Oh, Evan Hunter. Almost, I thought was going to put it 4 wide, and even more controversial in the background is Mathis Wells and Mitchell Collins getting together there. The 36 saved the car very nicely off the turn, as these guys are getting dicey. I thought the 11 was going to put the 42 4 wide there, going off a 2, and that could have caused all sorts of issues for them. Luckily they didn't. Luckily they kept it clean and reserved. But here they go again. Oh, it's getting ever so tight there between Charbois and Stapleton. And Charbois' teammate Hunter doing him no favours whatsoever right now by forcing his way at the front. Look at the 11 bully his way to the lead. 3 wide, a couple of rows deep. Meanwhile, Joe Rutkowski's going for the lead at the front of the field. Can he clear Tim? The rest of the pack jostle behind him. It's going to be a miracle if they can somehow keep that clean, I guess. Look at Roman Fenway inside the top 5. What a great run for him. Jeff Bright, some new names here towards the front. Roman Fenway's had such an awful season in that 17 car. It's today finally going to be a good result for him. We saw him have a violent crash at Texas earlier this year. Oh, and there goes Derek Hamill towards the inside wall. Spun by Riley Spurley-Tube. Big damage, and there goes the... Oh, Cody Smart. Oh, this is going to be a huge, huge wreck. Friesen, Smart, Rainey, and more. Oh, and the 24 of Rowe gets nailed by Spurley-Tube. William Duncan involved. Oh, and that's a huge load of cars. Fletcher, Friesen, and everyone. Look at the damage. Mitchell Collins, Riley Spurley-Tube. There's Kyle Hunter with big damage as well. Look at the front end. Caved in on Luke Rainey's Chevrolet Camaro. And that was just a whole entire mess. We knew it was coming. And it came soon here on lap number 16 as Rutkowski will be the leader. Huge wreck off of the turn here. And we're under caution for the second time today. Let's see how it happened. Derek Hamill was on top of the world when he won at Kansas a couple of races ago. It's been all downhill since then for the 32 team. And that continues today here at Rockingham. See them coming off the turn here. He's trying to catch in the 22 of Jake Richardson there, but he's fine there. And then the 19 of Spurley-Tube probably gets a little bit tight, just gets into that quarter panel and sends the 32 head on into the inside barrier. The 32 does a nice job of saving it and keeping it kind of straight. But that's when the 19 merges back up into the track, takes out his teammate Mathis Wells, and Cody Smart goes towards the inside. And that really caused the main incident in this wreck. So we'll go see what happened to Cody in a minute as he kind of got into a couple of cars there, and a lot of guys got taken out. Here we go. This is what we saw then. The 43 was running in about 20th, just outside the top 20. See him there. He had it kind of cleared, and then the 19 comes back up the racetrack, gets into both him and the 18. He goes for the turn, can't get it clear, and takes out Kyle Hunter, Alexander Rowe, Mitchell Collins, and everyone. Look at some of those cars sneak through on the high side. They did a great job. But look, that's a violent hit for Alexander Rowe there. The second in as many races after Roman Fenway's crash. Rowe could have had it clear, but 43 up the racetrack. Nothing Cody Smart could really do. And that just takes out everyone. Carter Friesen was having such an incredible day for Rick Ware Racing. That's going to be over now. The 19 of Spurley-Tube nails him into the 54. He flips over. The 21 gets airborne. William Duncan adds to his damage. And that's just unbelievable. Huge wreck that's going to claim a lot of drivers here. Rutkowski leads them back to the line, so he'll get some laps led, and we'll join you back for the restart shortly. We will be restarting then on lap number 20, and the list of drivers out of this one is quite large. Alex Fletcher's done, 37 for him. I believe Derek Hamill's out. Riley Spurley-Tube, Alexander Rowe, Carter Friesen, who was having such an incredible day for Rick Ware Racing. What a run he was having. He's now out of the race. Cody Smart, I believe, is also done. Mitchell Collins looks like he could be out as well. Maybe even Luke Rainey here has been claimed from this wreck. The first car we see back on racetrack, Kyle Hunter. He's going to have damage along with a lot of other drivers. And, we all know lap cars are going to be a factor now. If they weren't going to be earlier, well, we know that these guys can be slow, and that's not going to please our leaders, I don't think, here at the front. The running order of the top 5 then is Rutkowski, Fenway, Jeff Bright, Tim Gary, and Max Rossi. Pace cars down pit lane, and we're going to restart once again. Rutkowski is going to go up through the gears, and a great restart from the 1 car. That was a brilliant restart from Joe Rutkowski. Fenway just cannot get the same reaction as he could, And now he's going to be under pressure from the 9 of Jeff Bright, who won at Texas last time. He's looking to go back-to-back here in NRUK. But Tim Garry has other ideas. Puts the 9 free wide. Max Rossi dips low, trying to get third position. Can Rossi get it? No, he can't this time. Meanwhile, at the front, Roman Fenway having maybe a breakout race here. He's had a horrible rookie season. Is this the time where we see the 17 driver break out to the forefront here at Rockingham? Here he is, taking the lead and to the front. Roman Fenway, your new leader at Rockingham. He will lead a lap this season. How long can he, hold on for that lead though? Because Max Rossi here is on a good charge. Evan Hunter breaking inside the top 5 as well. William Seaman as the Stuart Haas Mustangs continue to make their presence known. Fenway's doing a nice solid job of leading right now as Jeff Bright looks to regain second place. Napa Auto Parts, 9 car, doing a nice solid job. Cameron Rakowski maybe gets that inside lane. He won't though, because Evan Hunter decided to claim that spot instead. It's kind of the lead group here is kind of about 24. I believe Jeremy Baylor was the last one I saw coming off of turn 2 there in the lead group. So 24 cars here up towards the front, and Fenway's lead might not be lasting for much longer. But here comes the 9 of Jeff Bright trying to go back to back in the NRUK Cup Series. Doing a nice job of it, but he's going to have to fend off the pole sitter, Rutkowski, who has had a quick car and has led a lot of laps today. And Evan Hunter with a bold move towards the inside lane. Could have chopped the nose off the 2 of Keith Stevens, but he didn't. And instead, that move could work out for him, because here comes Evan Hunter in the 11 car up towards the front. First lapper is Kyle Hunter. He's in turns 3 and 4, so they aren't catching him too quick. That's almost 4 wide. Max Rossi getting very, very aggressive. That was almost 4 wide there, and that could have caused issues. Jeff Bright went way up the racetrack as Keegan Thompson is towards the front for the first time today. So again, we're continuing to see these new names make their way towards the front as Evan Hunter will now lead a lap. Surely they're not going to make it through much longer here. They won't! The 4 gets into the 48, but Keegan Thompson did a heck of a job saving that car. Great stuff from Keegan, because he could have easily lost control of his 48 Chevrolet Camaro. He would have gone flying towards the inside wall, and then we would have had death. But anyways, it's these 2 trading the lead at the moment. Hunter and Stevens, with Max Rossi as well. Look at Stapleton on the inside lane. Brilliant racing here at Rockingham, and it's anyone's race to win yet. Max Rossi is there. Can he get the pass completed on the 11 of Evan Hunter? He probably will, going into turns 1 and 2 this time. William Seaman making good progress. That's Rossi's teammate in the 10. Got Jake Richardson as well on the 22. Fenway's found himself back towards the inside as well. So there's a lot of different drivers who can still, come out as a race winner from this race. It's not said and done just yet. Still got a long way to go on that 29 out of 59. Hunter finds himself down the backstretch. Eli Bright is somewhat off the pace as well. So the 88 does not have the quickest car today as Tim Garry and Diego Yepes having a bit of beating and banging there off of 2, rubbing together. Just a little love tap. Stuart Haas cars lead side by side. They're 1 and 2 right now. Seaman and Rossi having a great battle. But Richardson wants to get involved. Rutkowski wants to get involved. Roman Fenway is on the inside lane. So these names keep on reappearing at the front. And there you go. The 41 was way out the racetrack there. Max Rossi had to do a lot of checking up there. He will lose out a lot of positions. As William Seaman will lead this lap back in second place. It's Roman Fenway. But look at Jeff Bright. Max Rossi's there again. Oh, they're getting so close to hooking with each other and causing a wreck here. Can't see them making it clean for the next, 5 to 10 laps. Because they're getting very, very aggressive here at Rockingham. But it's great racing. It's very good to see. And how about Roman Fenway regaining the lead, which he lost a couple of laps ago. Colton Young, Keith Stevens back towards the front. Now there's the lap car. Oh, and Stevens dumps the 14. We are going to have a caution, I think. Keith Stevens just dumped the 14 car of Colton Yo. Unbelievable. Is the caution out? The caution isn't even out. The pace car isn't out on the track, and now they've got to deal with lap traffic of Kyle Hunter. Oh, and there goes Jake Richardson up into the wall. Oh, huge impact for the 22. That's definitely going to put us under caution now. 2 horrible incidents, and Richardson's down the backstretch pit lane. Your Pez with big damage, and I believe Jeff Bright was the other victim of that one. Some bonkers racing, and it was always going to end one way, and that was with a wreck. William Seaman is still out in front here. Jake Richardson's on a crawl down the backstretch. And boy, oh boy, drama at Rockingham, but some incredibly intense racing. We're on the caution again. So this was the first incident here involving the 14 of Colton Yo and the 2 of Keith Stevens. They race off the turn, and the 2 again just gets into that back quarter panel ever so slightly, and that sends him down towards the inside wall. The 2 goes for a spin, but Yo keeps it straight, stops it from spinning out. I think that's what doesn't bring out the caution, because they are sort of off the racetrack, kind of towards and below the apron. So that's maybe why the caution didn't come out. That was the first incident. Then shortly after that, it involved the 22 of Jake Richardson and Jeff Bright. Pardon me. See there, they're running through the turn here. And again, it's the 20 of Anthony Charbois who kind of forces the 22 up the racetrack. And the 22 and the 9 get hooked together. Into the outside wall he goes. And Diego Pez is just an innocent bystander. Clobbers the 22 as he goes spinning towards the inside. So your Pez there nailed Richardson. And I imagine they'll both be out of this race. Yo might have fixed the damage, but his chances of winning have probably gone. Pez was having a good run as well in P15. See him running through the turn here, and there's the 22 in his way, and that's a hard lick for those guys. Jeff Bright's also going to have damage on the side of his car as well. More drivers claim from this one, and still we got quite a way to go. It's William Seaman who leads out in front, and we're going to get restarted once again here at Rockingham. Lap 38 then. So we'll have 21 to go when we go get back to the green out from this race. Jake Richardson and Diego Pez, the only ones claimed from that wreck. They'll be out and they'll DNF. Colton Yo's back out on the racetrack, however, he is a lap down after repairing that damage. Kyle Hunter is also a lap down. He's somewhere in between, so he's between the 4 of Tim Gary and the 1 of Joe Rakowski. That could cause some issues, so if you're stuck behind the 34, then you've got to get past him as quick as you can, otherwise you could have problems. The battle for the lead has been intense and interesting all day. The top 5, 4 Fords and then a Chevy. It is Seaman, Rossi, Fenway, Johnson and Stapleton. And here we go again. Restart on lap 38. It's time to get these cars back on the way. And a green flag is out. Decent start from William Seaman. Wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst either. Can he extend that gap to his teammate Rossi behind him? Both of the Roush Fenway cars running inside the top 5 as well. What a great day for them. And credit to Kyle Hunter as well. He's got out of the way as quick as he could. So Tim Gary and the rest of the cars behind him can, go and try and grab a win here. So great stuff from Kyle Hunter there. Meanwhile, it's Max Rossi who leads the first lap back here from the restart. But Fenway and Johnson putting them under pressure. Top 6 kind of all groups. Both Chip Ganassi racing cars are up here as well. Stapleton and Rutkowski. Keegan Thompson, the Lone Hendrick Motorsports representative. 2 SHR cars, 2 RFR cars and 2 CGR cars, plus an HMS car. That's kind of your lead pack right now. But I can assure you that Tim Gary wants to be a part of this one. He's there, and he has a nice advantage between him and the 11 of Evan Hunter and the 12 of Nolligan Scott. Up the racetrack now goes Fenway. Keegan Thompson, 3 wide to the inside for him. Here comes the 48, trying to lead a lap for the first time today. Another guy who's had a horrible and torrid season so far. Can he get redemption today with a victory? He is under constant threat and constant pressure though. from the likes of Nathan Stapleton, William Seaman as well. Seaman's there. He is going for second once again. And Rutkowski's just waiting in the wings behind him, trying to follow the 10 car through to the front. There's Keegan Thompson in the lead right now. Maybe not for much longer. Rutkowski, big, bold, 3 wide move to the inside lane. Here goes Joe. To the front once again. Pole sitter, that Monster Energy Chevrolet Camaro has been on song all day. But he will not lead for long because Tim Gary's turn to come up towards the front. Fenway again. They're exchanging the lead here extremely quickly and at a fantastically constant rate. Front 8, I believe, have a breakaway. And no one's leading for more than half a lap. It continues to change as Fenway leads them to the line this time. But it's his teammate, Mac Johnson, who's dropped low for the lead. And now Max Rossi's turn to be up towards the front. Don't count out Nolligan Scott, trying to get his second win in as many races. He's kind of joining the lead battle here. 42 gets extremely tight through 3 and 4. He went way up the racetrack there, did Stapleton. Almost took out his teammate. They did a good job of keeping them cars straight for now. Rossi leads. Rutkowski's there. And again, it's just, you cannot tell who's going to win this race. Because the lead is changing very, very constantly. A great race here from Rockingham so far. Can we top it off with a brilliant finish? It's Rutkowski who jumps inside again and leads another lap. But you can just not get that advantage to break away from the rest of the field here and get, you know, a clear lead. Now we've got problems as well because here comes the 14 of Colton Yo, who's a lap car. How is he going to affect this race? And how will he affect this race? That's the question. Rutkowski has a tasty advantage right now. Teammate Stapleton trying to get there. Yo goes low. He runs the one up the racetrack. Here comes Stapleton and Scott. They're beating and banging. That's not going to work, boys. Oh, they almost didn't sort it out. 4 cars get clear as Yo holds up his teammate Tim Gary. He holds up both the Roush Fenway cars as well. It's a horror ending for Fenway and Johnson. They were having such a good day. Their chance at a win might be gone now. William Seaman's time to shine at the front. He's there. Look at Nolligan Scott in the 12 in third. Hasn't led a lap all day. Here he is towards the front. But these two are exchanging the lead right now. It's Seaman and Rutkowski. In a brilliant, brilliant battle at Rockingham. You can see how bad that the 17 and the 6 got hold up then and now out of this lead group and out of this lead pack, and it must be a tough pill to swallow for them because they've been up front for most of this race. Rutkowski led that lap, but look at Nolligan Scott. Huge, bold, 3 wide move to the inside lane. And the 12 car will be your new leader. Brilliant stuff from Nolligan. We haven't seen him up towards the front for much today, but here he is trying to lead a lap. Seaman did the switch over though. He did the cross back. And regains the lead. Rutkowski also managed to get to the inside lane. Evan Hunter is in the mix as well. Look at William Bulin breaking inside the top 5 for Richard Childers Racing. 3 wide move again. This time it's Evan Hunter trying to find a breakthrough. Can he do it? Can't this time. William Bulin's making some excellent progress in the 3 car on the inside lane. Kyle Hunter's in front of them. He's a lap car and he is going to break some hearts here in a couple of laps time. But Evan Hunter trying to clear the one of Rutkowski. He will. But does that open the inside lane to William Bulin, Anthony Charbois and others? Maybe not. Hunter doing a nice job right now. And he leads the lap again. Hunter is exiting off of 2. They're going to catch him extremely soon. Evan. Oh, Tim Gary. Turned by teammate Seaman. Huge wreck. Is this going to be the race or will we have a lap restart. We might have a one-lap shootout here to decide this race. Coming back to the stripe, Charles will be the leader. Has he won the race, or is this going to be a one-lap shootout? Pace car isn't out. Caution isn't out. They haven't thrown the caution. And I'm gobsmacked by that. Two Stuart Haas racing cars are just taking each other out. And where has the 13 of Luke Evans come from? Are we up on for a shock victory here? The 13 of Luke Evans has come out of nowhere and is battling for the lead. The 4-car Tim Gary got dumped by William Seaman. They took themselves out of the race and they didn't even throw the caution. Incredible. It's now Luke Evans who's out in front here. But the CGR cars surround him. Rutkowski and Stapleton. Keegan Thompson's there. They're all getting very, very dicey. Surely they're not going to make it through without a wreck. Stapleton leads. Keegan Thompson applying the pressure. Can he get past 42? There goes William Bulin towards the inside. They will not make it through. 41 car around. 17 taken out as well. This will be the finish. Keegan Thompson leads. But look at Mac Johnson. He's there on the inside. Get the cameras out. We could be having a photo finish. Maybe no. Thompson clears. And he'll make it back to the flag. Keegan Thompson, sweet redemption, wins at Rockingham. He's done it in a season full of woes and misfortune. Keegan Thompson has won an NRUK Cup Series race. Congratulations. Finally, Keegan Thompson has found himself in NRUK victory lane as he has beaten out the rest of the competition to grab a win for Hendrick Motorsports. There was no way they were going to make it through to the end there. The 41 of Max Rossi got all sorts of caught up there. Took out the 17 of Roman Fenway. Nonagon Scott and Joe Rutkowski were two others that got involved in that one. Unbelievable. We'll go take a look in a second. But meanwhile, we're going to stay on board with a 48 as he's going to cross the line under caution to call himself an NRUK Cup Series winner. Unbelievable. That was such a fantastic and fascinating race. But Keegan Thompson's had a struggle season. A season of woe. But now he's finally come out on top. And out of Rockingham, a track of all places. He's had the first 6 races, retirement after retirement, poor result after poor result. And this breaks his duct. Can he now crack on for here? Make a late charge towards the playoffs. Or the chase for the NRUK Cup Series crown. Keegan Thompson is going to cross the line and win the KwikFit 400. Great result for him. Mac Johnson finishes second in the end. Stapleton in third. Fourth for William Bulin. What a great result. Fifth for Luke Evans. How about that? Sixth for Evan Hunter. 7th again for a torn-up 1-car, Joe Rutkowski. Mathis Wells finishes 8th. Look at this. Top 10, Alex Reynolds for Starcom Racing and Dylan Ebrahimian for Premium. How about a rhyme like that? They have got a top 10 finish. Zachary DeLillo finishes in the end in 11th for a poor result, probably in the end, for Max Rossi. In 12th, then we have Charles Bois, Jeremy Baylor in a 14th. That's another great result. 15th for Roman Fenway. In the end, it's 16th for William Seaman. 17th for Keith Stevens. And top 20s for Rick Ware Racing. Who would have seen that coming? Look at the rest of the finishing results then. The 4-car of Tim Gary retired in the end then. 27th for him. Nonagon Scott couldn't make it back, so only 25th for him. And then we're going to see how that last instant happened. What an incredible race Rockingham has provided. And we'll go take this incident quickly at the finish. So this was the final instant here that brought an end to this race, I believe. See here, coming through turns 3 and 4. It's the free car of William Bulin, which gets us a little bit into the 41. Then the 41's kind of almost run down towards the apron. Can't get there. 41 gets into the free. The free car, Bulin does an epic job of saving it. The 41 has to come back up the racetrack. That puts him 4 wide with Fenway, Scott and Rutkowski. The 17 gets into the 41. And then we have ourselves a wreck. 20 car of Anthony Charbois gets damaged. Rutkowski had such a good job today, but he caught the outside wall there with some big damage to his car. And that was the incident which, ended this race and gave Keegan Thompson his first win of his Cup Series career. Just going to have a look from 17 of Roman Fenway, and then this will end this video. See them here coming down the front stretch, and they get in together there, and there they go. Big wreck. Taking out some very, very good race cars. Oh, look at interesting. Oh my, Nonagon Scott got absolutely clobbered by Kyle Hunter. Oh, and then Jeff Bright hit the 34 as well. So everyone's piling in. Arca brakes. Oh, boy, boy, boy. That'll end that one. Results and standings will be in the Discord as usual. What a fantastic race. Can't wait to head to Rockingham in the UK this time for the Rockingham UK doubleheader. And this has been Jake from the NRUK Racing League, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.